Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Death Note season 1, the only season, episode 24, I think? Yes, 24. We're progressing so much into the season. I really have the impression that I'm so close to the end right now. I still have, what, 13 episodes to watch? It's not a lot if you think about it. But I'm glad to be there for Death Note. Really, I was not supposed to film anything about Death Note today. I'm gonna film stuff about Attack on Titan. I really love to discover that new anime. But I thought, you know what, I have a little time right now, why not watching one episode of Death Note like that, like, just to feel it, just to be into it, why not? Because of the fact that the last episode left me with a lot of questions, but also like a lot of expectations. Elle, tell me that you understood everything. Like, you said yourself that Rem, that thing that Higuchi is talking to, it's a Shinigami. You said it yourself. I think that he said it twice. He didn't say it panicking, you know, like the first time that he supposed that maybe Shinigami, Death Note, all of that could be involved. So right there, you said it yourself twice that Rem that Higuchi is talking with can be a Shinigami. You have to understand stuff, and right there, Higuchi is gonna be arrested, he is alive, you saw him thinking that he killed Matsu just by writing his name on a notebook. After that, he killed that cop, you know, and he didn't need to know his name just after making a deal with that Rem. And he did something into his bag. Maybe if you're searching into that particular notebook and you can see that the name of that cop who just died is written into it, you're gonna know that this is a Death Note, that Rem is a Shinigami. You're gonna connect all of the dots. Like, I think that he didn't do it during the last episode because it was really into an action moment with the helicopter, you know, being into the helicopter with Light, with Watari, who was a fucking sniper like that, with Aizawa, the return of Aizawa, stopping Higuchi like that with all of the other cops, with all of these cars. That was really such a good moment of action. But you know, her being involved into all of that, he didn't have the time to connect all of the dots, or maybe just to say it out loud. So I have a lot of expectations for this episode, for her discovering or saying that he discovered all of that, he understood all of that. And you know, for me, it's not the big part of the story for her to discover that. Like, for me, the big thing is to discover that Light is Kira, that Light did all of that, and after that, what are we gonna do with Light? Maybe one of them has to die, you know, that resolution. Discovering about the Death Note, about the Shinigami, it's a big part of the mystery, but not the main one. So I really think that right now, episode 24, it's a good time for that. So yes, I have a lot of expectations for this episode. Also, I'm wondering what are they gonna do with Higuchi. They're all certain that he's the third Kira. Even if they don't know that he's the third Kira, they think that he's Kira no matter what, because Kira is passing to people through something and all of that. Because Light doesn't remember that he's the real Kira. But you know, Higuchi being arrested, maybe Rem and Ryuko, they're gonna come back to Light. Light is gonna remember stuff just like that. Because we have also Misa, who knows now that she was the second Kira, that Light is the real Kira. And you know my theory about that, the fact that she's unpredictable, so she can be dangerous for Light because of that, and Light, not knowing that Misa knows, he can say bad stuff to her, he can disappoint her, and maybe she can switch, like... See, I have a lot of series, a lot of things that I'm waiting for, but I know also this anime, which is really good at surprising me, at going in a direction that I didn't imagine at all, and which is so surprising. And also, really, it can happen also, they can surprise me, I can not have at all of what I just said, all of my expectations, and still spend a good moment with this anime. So that's it, that's why I wanted to watch one episode of Death Note today, even if it was not what I was supposed to do, because I know that I'm gonna enjoy it and that's gonna be good. I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Like usually, if you want, you have my Patreon on which you can have these episodes earlier, 1 week sooner, I think right now, with an extended or full reaction part. Check the description. If you want to support me right there on YouTube, it's by subscribing, liking, commenting. It's helping me, I hope so, and I hope that at some point YouTube is gonna consider me more because of that. And you know, now that I'm reacting to 2 animes, Death Note and Attack on Titan, it's really hard because I don't know if I told you so, but the owners of animes that are even more rough, you know, and unpredictable and not understandable at all with the rules that they want people to apply. I think that I had to do like 11 or 12 different versions for one episode. I think that it was for the episode 5 of the season 1. So far, maybe at some point I'm gonna be forced to do even more for some others, but that's really a lot. So that's why I'm telling you that supporting me by liking, subscribing, commenting, it's really helping me, or to go on my Patreon, it's really helping me, and it's motivating me also to continue to do that. Let's go for this episode 24. I'm coming back to the English audio. You know, I tried the Japanese one for the last episode. During the editing, I saw that I preferred, in fact, the English version. You're such a good sniper.
Yes, sir.
Love you, Aizawa.
How are you able to kill people? Kill me.
It's not an interview. Oh, you know... Yes, he doesn't have Misa's loyalty.
If I write someone's name in it while thinking of their face, that person dies.
Mr. Yagami.
Yeah, found it. He has written a lot of names in it.
Uh-huh.
What is it, Mr. Yagami?
It's a monster.
Please calm down.
You touched!
Don't panic. Remember, you're not currently armed to defend yourself. It seems only people who have touched the notebook.
I didn't think of it.
This monster. Hold that notebook again. All the memories of the Death Note and what you did while it was yours will return at once. Here it is, Ryuzaki.
How is gonna be able to see Ren?
It really is a Shinigami. They really do exist.
Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic!
Come on, let me see it.
Light is gonna remember, Light is gonna remember.
There have to be 2 notebooks, possibly more. This isn't over yet.
You remember? It's the best episode so far.
Are you okay? I've won. I hereby forfeit ownership of this notebook. That notebook's ownership has been transferred from you to Ryuk. Okay, Ryuk, take the notebook and drop it on the ground so it's in the human world again. Here.
You exchanged.
Someone with status who lusts for power and money. They'll
So you're gonna be able to justify all of the names, all of the deaths, in fact.
Look, this is all to save Misa. You're gonna have to trust me on this. All
You're gonna put everything on Higuchi?
If you don't have full ownership, your memories will only return for as long as you're in contact with the notebook. As soon as you let go of it, your memories will disappear.
In your hand?
Kill
Oh.
Higuchi without letting go of this notebook.
Ooh.
Got it. Just as I expected. I'm wearing this watch.
You. Ooh. You're writing his name right now with your blood. You're such a psychopath to think about all of that.
What the hell? What's happening?
What an actor. Really liked. Earl, you suspected that 2 death notes. You can understand that another Kira just killed Higuchi to cover all of that. What? Oh. You can see Rem steal all of you. Are you gonna talk with Rem?
After writing the cause of death, details of the death should be written in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
Earl?
If you make this note unusable by tearing it up or burning it, all the humans who have touched the note till then will die. What?
Oh fuck?
There's no way the old man back home will get mad at us if we write fake rules in here, is there? No, there are
It's
no
a
rules
fake
against
rule?
doing so. And then there's this
I can't anticipate things right now. I'm still in shock.
If the person using the note fails to consecutively write names of people to be killed within 13 days of each other, then the user will die.
Like, he's forced to kill people.
That means Light and Misa are completely clear, doesn't it?
And yes, it's totally clear.
Light and
That
Misa were detained for more than 50 days.
Earl.
Ram, was it? That's your name, isn't it? The white thing over there?
What do you want?
There's more than one notebook in the human world, isn't there?
Who knows?
You
If
can't
there
lie,
are other
but you don't
notebooks
want to
either
tell him
here or
the
in
truth.
your world, would they all have the same rules as this one?
You're wasting your time, Ryusaki. You'll never get Ren to admit these rules are fake. They all have the same rules. Ryusaki, Miss Amane and Light have both been cleared of suspicion.
I suppose you're right.
Earl.
I understand.
My goodness. Yeah, but
I'm not buying
can't
that.
say that we've solved the case until we
He
figure
didn't
out
put the last thing like not everything is fitting. So far you're winning. Light this episode clearly. All of what happened, like, phew.
and as punishment for defying the god of the new world, you will die.
Oh, you're back.
Light, your memory must have returned. Don't worry, I can do this. I won't let you.
And you remember everything again. And you have a notebook in your possession. Or maybe you're gonna
This one so I
give
can
it to
constantly
Light
update my
again.
memories.
Dear Misa, by the time you read this letter, you should have remembered everything.
Oh, a letter from Light.
I want you to write his real name in the notebook and kill him. Then burn this letter right away.
She's gonna remember it.
Take a note. The next time that we see each other, casually touch me with a piece of the notebook. I promise I will love you for the rest of my life.
Yay!
No, it can't
This was
be.
all part of Light's plan. But Light, it's no good. I don't remember his name anymore. The Light spends every day. No! I can't remember.
I'm sorry, I was really scared.
Finally returned to the human world.
You!
We're glad that you're back, Yoko, really. Oh, I'm so glad that you can't remember his name. And you don't have the eye anymore. Okay.
By the way, before I forget, I want you to make the ideal with me. Sand!
You want the eye again? Did it once,
Understand what that means?
so our life
Made the same deal with Ren once before.
was
Are you sure?
less long? Is it gonna make it even less long?
Forgotten a name that I absolutely have.
Is it something in addition, or is it
Let him down.
coming back to what it was for the first time? I don't know.
Hey, it's Misa.
You can't see her again, you can't.
We can't turn our cell phones on, so she has to come all the way out here just to hang out with Light. Luke, why is he attached to Misa?
She has the other death note.
Misa's lifespan, it's been halved again. No, Did she make the idea with Ryuk?
She did, and it's out again.
It's been a while, Ryuk.
But I did the idea with Ryuk, so I can try again.
So everything's going according to plan. You idiot!
You're really worried for her? Are you really beginning to have feelings for
Misa,
her?
all I want is to enjoy a long life with you in an ideal world. Let's create a new world together. It'll be a place with no crime, where only kind people live, okay?
According to you. Oh, you won, Light. You clearly won that episode, fully, entirely. That was wonderful. That was, ooh, so clever, so well done, so well thought, so well played, so well. You won it. Oh, I'm counting how many episodes Light won, L won each time, and clearly this episode it counts for 5 episodes. Like, oh, Light. All of what happened. They all can see Rem now. Light remembers everything because he gave his death note to Rem, so he remembers everything. All of the persons that he killed were written on this notebook, so all of the deaths that he caused and that Higuchi did, all of that, he can put the blame on Higuchi because he managed also to kill Higuchi because of a piece of paper that he put on his watch, except for the 2 deaths, that Misa made on television and all of that, except for these ones. All of the deaths are gonna be explained by this death note that they found and on which all of the names are written. They all can see Rem. They are not talking to Rem. Rem, I think that she can't lie to them, but she doesn't want to tell the truth. So she's divided, she's responding by mystery stuff and all. They understood that they have a Shinigami, they have a Death Note, they have Death Notes. And he understood that it's more than one. That's why he asked these questions about other Death Notes to Rem. Misa and Light are cleared, but L, we saw how he was watching Light at the end and all. He doesn't believe it fully because he knows that there is another Death Note. So he's not gonna give up just like that. You wrote fake rules on the Death Note? I'm not sure that. How did they say that? Rem and Ryuko? Their father, is gonna be happy about that. Rem, she said nothing is forbidden right there, but you did it, and it was a good way to clear your name and to clear Misa's name. You truly want to rule this world, this new world, as the new god of this world with Misa. I think that with time you took, it's not a good word for that, like you have feelings for Misa right now. She began by being a good slave, after that a good ally, after that someone that you were forced to save and to protect, after that someone that could be useful for you to hide yourself, save yourself. Right now, what, you have true feelings for her? I think that it can be that, but I think also that Light being back at Kira right now, if Misa would die, he's not gonna complain about it for hours, He's not gonna be happy about it, for sure, and I don't think that he's gonna do it himself, also. So Misa, she has the eye now. I think, at 90% sure that she had a lifespan, I think that it's that. The first time that she had the eye, it was reduced. now she has the eye for the second time, I think that it's reduced even more. Misa, you're gonna die in 2 days right now, like in 2 episodes, in 3 episodes, like you reduced it so much. I was so glad to know that you couldn't remember Earth's name. I didn't suspect it. I thought that that's it. It was gonna be like that, like maybe we are gonna continue all of that only with Mr. Yagami or something like that. But no, you couldn't remember his name. It's cool. How are you gonna deal with the situation? Like Misa, she's inside of this building, meeting with Light. She just has to enter into the room right now, and she's gonna see your name. And that's it. That's gonna be the end. You're gonna have to hide L, but how are you gonna justify it? How are you gonna know that you have to do it? Maybe because he still suspects that we have a second Death Note, so it could explain that you had Kira and the second Kira, and that Misa was the second Kira. The fact that Misa and Light are so close to each other, but about not showing his face, like, how can you explain that? So now they both remember all of what they did, all of what happened. We have Ryuko and Rem back, but they are not related to the same Death Note than before. Misa is back with the Shinigami eye. Like, we are back with the situation, how it was before all of that, you know, them being in jail and all. We're back with how they were before that, except that Misa's life is even shorter and that Rem and Ryuko, they're not connected to the same Death Notes. It's for them, you know, because for L and all of the other guys, everything changed. Now they know about the Death Note, now they know about the Shinigami, now they can see Rem. I'm wondering, you know, about the fact that right there, L, he accepted that, like, he saw Rem, he was shocked for sure, but you know, the fact that he panicked that much the first time that they mentioned the Shinigami, that they can be real and all, he panicked so much that I thought that right there it would take him, you know, episodes to be okay with that, to calm himself with that. No, right there he accepted it. Light, you killed Higuchi, like, just in front of her without him noticing it. Because of that piece of paper I done, because of you, with your blood, like, you did it with your blood, like, you're back at being such a psychopath. I read some of your comments, you know, the fact that a lot of you are on Light's side, are on Kira's side, but also a lot of you are on Light's side because of the fact that during all of these episodes we saw what Light could have been if he never would have found the first Death Note. I'm sorry to say that I disagree with you. All of what happened during the first episode is the fact that he turned into that fucking psychopath just like that. For me, before having the Death Note, he was already a psychopath, you know, he didn't have the power to kill people, but he was still someone who was thinking a lot of things about himself, you know, someone who was thinking that he was better than everyone and that people didn't deserve to be alive and stuff like that. I really think, and you saw that, you know, since the first episode, I told you that my theory about Light is the fact that before having the Death Note, he already did bad stuff, you know, to be able to justify your actions just like that, like, to be able to think that killing people is okay in just one episode and to think that you can be the new god of the new world, you have to have an high perception of yourself, but also he did already bad stuff before that, like, I really think so. So no, I'm sorry, I disagree with you for that. And you know that I can't be on Light's side. I'm more on L's side for sure. I appreciate the two characters, they are so clever, and right there, Light, he was so good during this episode. He was impressive, amazing, truly. So yes, I appreciate the two characters, how clever they are and everything about them. But if I have to choose a side, of course I'm gonna be more on Earth's side. He doesn't want to kill people just like that. Be the new god of the new world to decide of who is gonna stay alive or not. Do I really need to justify myself about that? And you know that I can't agree with what Light is doing, you know. I know that some of you are like, come on, Light is just killing bad people and all. Guys, I believe in second chance, I believe in redemption. These people, they can learn from their mistakes, they can evolve, they can change, they can become good persons after that, they can regret what they did, and you're no one to decide of the life or death of someone else. So no, I can't agree with what Light is doing, and of course I'm gonna be on Earth's side. But again, I love the two characters, you know, for how they are written, for how good they are into the anime. Woo! That was such a good episode! I loved it. It was not what I expected, you know, what I said in intro. It was so much better. I'm glad that I did that today, you know, that I took the time to watch this episode, this only episode today. It was everything that I wanted, even if it was not what I was expected. It was so good. Tell me, what did you think about this episode the first time that you watched it? I think that so far it's one of my favorite episodes of this anime. If not my favorite one. Truly. Okay. I'm gonna stop this review right now, so it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now, bye!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Crazy.